When the calendar was revealed at the beginning of the season, teams were intrigued to see Sakura Garden on the calendar. Nobody had ever seen the layout of this track. All they had heard was about the beauty of the location, the passion of the Pinkies fans, and maybe something about that banking that you saw in the distance too. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Well, wherever you came from, whether you've heard of it or not, we are here, and the Pinkies are hoping to improve on what has been a somewhat lackluster one season that they had in Marbula One back in Season 3. They have not won a race, although they have gotten pole position and a fastest lap too. You'll see the team lineups there that flashed on the screen momentarily. Some teams are opting not to go in the regular alternation that you have one marble, then the other, the first marble, then the second marble. A quarter of these teams have doubled up and are switching the marble that they ran back in the first race of the season. Fenrir gets going for the Wolfpack as we get our first look at this beautiful circuit that may be a bit devious. In the background, this long shoot, a drop, and then instantly into the banking. Fenrir trying to navigate that right down to that hairpin. You will see marbles crashing down into that hairpin. I'll be amazed if anybody truly makes that apex. 22.695 is the time to beat and gives me a rough estimate for how long I can talk about each of these marbles when they're on track. Thunder comes through now after a somewhat dismal first sector. Did recover nicely in the second and comes across just 41 thousandths down. Fenrir and Thunder, two marbles that got a big goose egg back in their first races. Mocha did the same. Very close right there, picks it up in the third sector, goes purple. That's fastest of anyone, and Mocha goes P1. Stinger out on track now, just a 10th lost through the first sector, but has gained and is now up by 0.35. That really fell off. Stinger just did not handle Sector 3 very well at all. Razzie coming in now, 29th in the standings. Just a single point, but that'll help. 8/10ths clear of everybody, at least the other four marbles who have run here in Q1. Razzie, provisional P1. Hart comes through now. Picked up a nice chunk of points back in the first round of the season. And Quasar is bettering the time still. Around that banking, you'll see a few different lines through there, too. 1/10 up. Will that marble hold it through this sweep? Yes, indeed. 0.136. If you're new to Marbula One qualifying, by the way, Q1, everybody runs one lap, and the bottom 10 are eliminated. They will slot into those grid positions, 11th through 20th, for the Grand Prix tomorrow. Those who advance will go on to Q2, which is a 3-lap shootout for pole position. They all start in the gate, ready to go, and whoever emerges on top gets pole. And then, of course, all the positions back from there. Arup comes across the line here, 1 second back in 5th. So the spread from 1st to 5th is already over a second. That time to beat is Quasar, although Iceberg is up on that time. 2 corners to go. Ah, lost it. Almost to the tune of a quarter of a second. Our top 10 will begin to take shape as the second half of these 20 marbles get underway. Clementon comes out now, another one of those marbles that I mentioned earlier, who is doubling up. Ran just 1 week ago in round 2. Picked up a point in doing so, and needs to pick up almost 2/10ths of a second down this final, very straight third sector. Oh, that did not go well for Clementon. On the bubble in 10th. That does eliminate Stinger, and it means up top there that Quasar is safe and will advance into Q2. Blue Eye comes through now. Oh, a 1.5 down, dead last. I can tell you there's a lot of people who have been talking about this choice to put Blue Eye in there over Yellow Eye. We'll have to see what happens in the race. Long race, as they always say in these sport interviews. Pinky Panther comes through there in 4th. Clementon is eliminated along with Stinger. Of course, Blue Eye was out. Oh, look at Mallard. On the wrong side of the cut. Does come back up, though. in the third sector. That red, meaning you are below the time for elimination. Quasar, Razzie, Iceberg, and Pinky Panther are safe. Shimmer, looking to get into the top 10, goes all the way up to 4th. That knocks out Clutter and puts Fenrir on the bubble. Mimo, trending right now toward a 6th place finish if this momentum is kept. 3/10 swung around. Mimo, another one of those marbles that has changed from that alternation. Firo has not. And is well down in the first sector there. Oh, high up on the curbs. May have allowed Firo to carry a bit more speed. Firo is safe. Arab is knocked out. Hart is in that dangerous 10th position right now. Misty meandering down this front stretch through the final complex and goes up to 4th and is safe. Will advance. Royal is up on P1 time right now. And this team, impressed with Royal's performance in the last Grand Prix, decided let's try it again. Across the line, safe. We'll move on to Q2. Speedy, the final marble out there. And you see that red on timing and scoring. Has improved, however, but only just on to 10th. Mocha's been eliminated. Mallard's on the bubble. Speedy comes through and knocks out the Green Ducks and will advance to the pole shootout. There you see the purple sectors who did best in each of the 3. Thunder getting that middle sector, but pretty awful in the other parts, down in 17th. New addition this year, also that optimal Q1 lap by combining all 3 of those purple sectors. You can see it was in that 21-second range. Will anybody get close? Well, for now, they are all focused on this 3-lap shootout. Lights are on, and we're off for pole. Quasar goes wide on a slow start, but recovers off of the curbs as Razzie got by briefly, but Speedy shoots by all of them. Into P1, Shimmer in 4th. Speedy comes around different lines on those top 2 through the banking and the hairpin. They stay lockstep. They're drafting down the straightaway. Razzie gets by into 2nd. Oh, and they have a bit of difficulty coming off of that final turn. Razzie and Speedy will be side by side, and Razzie, oh, had the lead. Contact stopped that marble entirely. What was 1st is now 4th for Razzie. Speedy off into the distance, already onto the banking, well clear of the field at this point. Shimmer in 2nd, that would be good enough for a front row start. Quasar, Misty, contact there heading into that chicane. Misty is going to be side by side with Shimmer. Off they come, that's Quasar rather, and they are all very close. Not for Speedy, however. Final lap, en route to pole position perhaps. Through the final hairpin, you don't see another marble anywhere there. And from 8th to 1st in one corner, Speedy for pole position. A close battle for 2nd place, Pinky Panther. That's a wonderful recovery from where that marble started. That is a front row start. For Speedy, that is that marble's 4th pole position in Marbula One. Misty comes 3rd. Quasar, Mimo, Shimmer, Razzie, and Royal making out that top 8. Well, with limited information on how this track will race, you're definitely going to want to tune in tomorrow and see who will become the first master of Sakura Garden.